Welcome to class, and today we'll be looking at the classification of living organisms. And in today's series of Learn Biology with Henry, under this topic we'll be looking at the brief history and classification of living organisms, the hierarchy of living organisms, binomial nomenclature, and the various kingdoms in which living organisms can be classified into. And on this note, I welcome you to today's series of Learn Biology with Henry. Kindly bring out your learning materials as we learn together. Without wasting our time, let's quickly look at the brief history and classification of living organisms. And for ages past, human beings have worked on classifying living organisms. And the first person that was identified to do this was the Greek philosopher Aristotle. He was the first person to do this. Aristotle was the first person to do this. And the next person whose work formed the foundation for the present method of classifying living organisms was Carl von Linné, and his name was Latinized to Carolus Linnaeus, and he was a Swedish naturalist. And according to him, he classified all living organisms into two kingdoms, which are the plant kingdoms and the animal kingdom. And then let's look at taxonomy. And what do we mean by taxonomy? What does the word taxonomy stand for? Taxonomy simply means the science of identifying, describing, and classifying living organisms. That is, living organisms are identified, they are described, and they are classified into their various kingdoms, various phylums, among others. Now, let's quickly take a look at the hierarchy of living organisms. All living organisms on the planet Earth can be arranged from the highest to the lowest as follows. Number one is the kingdom, and the kingdom contains the highest number of species of living things. And after the kingdom is the phylum. The phylum is used for animals, while division is used for plants. So phylum or division comes next after kingdom, and after the phylum comes the class, and after the class is the order, and after the order is the family, and after the family is the genus, and after the genus comes the species. And there are cases whereby prefixes will be used before for words such as subphylum coming in between and superclass coming in between while classifying living organisms. The next we'll be considering today is the binomial nomenclature. And the binomial nomenclature is the system of assigning two names to living organisms. The system of assigning two names to organisms is known as binomial nomenclature. And this is done for a purpose. And the purpose is to ensure uniformity among biologists from different parts of the world. The first name among the two names given to living organisms in the binomial nomenclature is known as the generic name, and this shows the genus which the organism belongs to. And the second name is known as the specific name, which shows the species which the organism belongs. And in print, both the generic and specific names are italicized, that is, they are written in italics, and only the first letter of the generic name is written in capital letter, while the others are written in small letters. And in writing, the generic name, the first letter of the generic name is written in capital letter, while the rest are written in small letters, and they are written separately and they are underlined separately. For example, the scientific name Z may stand for maize, and using this scientific name allows scientists from different parts of the world understand themselves irrespective of differences in their language, location, or culture. Next, we'll be looking at classifying living organisms into various kingdoms. And although Carolus Linnaeus classified all living organisms into two kingdoms, which are plants and animals, this method of classification made it difficult to place some organisms into this kingdom. And because of this, biologists came up with 5 kingdoms in which organisms can be classified into. And they are the kingdom Monera, the kingdom Protista, the kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae, and kingdom Animalia. Over the years, questions have been asked to know if virus can be classified as living organism or non-living organism. And a virus cannot be classified as a living organism, neither can it be classified as a non-living organism, because a virus outside the living cell crystallizes. It becomes a non-living organism. But once it is in its host, in a host, it exhibits some of the characteristics of living things, and because of this, it is difficult to classify virus as a living organism or a non-living organism. And this brings us to the end of today's series of Learn Biology with Henry. Thank you so much for coming around. Kindly follow my Facebook page at Learn Biology with Henry for more educative content like this in biology, and do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified when the next series of Learn Biology with Henry is released. And if there is any question you want me to, any topic you want me to teach in biology, kindly drop it in the comment section. And if you have any question bothering you in biology, drop it in the comment section. I'll be waiting to see you there. See you in the next class.